I recently saw a TikTok that was one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. But is it true? And why is this breakdancing dad wearing a Bitcoin shirt? Witness a wild ride of wacky tomfoolery as I get to the bottom of it live. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe. I've been having a lot of fun making YouTube videos for you, and if you're enjoying them as well, subscribe so you get them on your YouTube page. I want you to experience it the way I experienced it and show you this TikTok. We will progress the story, but this shit is so unbelievably beyond the pale. It feels like a Seinfeld sketch.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first.
I also think TikTok trends like this fucking suck. Trying to go popular, it's like, what's your trauma? Like, if this hit the Minecraft community, it would end careers.
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us.
Good trauma so far.
And then pursued amateur breakdancing. And he got really good. He like blew up. Like he became like a D-list celebrity status, like viral breakdancer. He became like the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world.
Which is not something that is a compliment, right? The oldest. He wasn't the best breakdancer. He wasn't a world champion breakdancer. He was the oldest breakdancer.
Washington Post wrote about him and he went super viral and he did all these interviews and
60-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing.
I do think it's pretty impressive. You know, most deadbeat dads leave and then will start another family and beat their wife or something. The thought that your deadbeat dad would leave your family and then you would have to see him on Good Morning America is actually so fucked. The trauma isn't in him leaving. The trauma is in him getting mildly popular and her having to see it. No, not Paige.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills. May not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise. So that's him. He's on his head. Benihana is his b-boy name.
Benihana is his b-boy name? Isn't Benihana a restaurant? Isn't it gonna get sued? Why would you name yourself after a teppanyaki restaurant?
You know, I'll get texts like this.
Hi, Maddie. I lost track of the date. Happy birthday, ? I hope you are doing well. Love, Dad.
And then like links to his breakdancing videos. So if you have funny trauma, like actual funny haha trauma, I need to hear it. Thank you.
That was funny, haha trauma. Now, there's been a lot of things said about this. I liked it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I walked away from it. People made some very funny tweets. Been thinking about this nonstop. It's like the world's most perfect sitcom, but unfortunately it's a real life. I just know he's going to see this video and instead of trying to reconnect, he's going to be gassed the fuck up over how many views it got, which is a true thing that happened. Imagine leaving your family just to pursue your new hyperfixation for breakdancing. I'm going to be honest, my marriage might be over because I got really into Satisfactory lately, so I kind of get it. Now, the craziest thing about it is that he replied. Now, I haven't seen any of these. These are going to be new to me, and I am sure he is going to be a very reasonable individual. I wake up at 6 a.m. to find that my daughter has posted a TikTok video trashing me. She's a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Oh my God, 10 minutes? A 10-minute Twitter video? What is he, Mr. Beast?
Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee. I sit down. I open my computer. And what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of...
The Bitcoin shit. I didn't even notice. Dude, could you imagine? There are people who have picked wrong, right? Like maybe you got really into NFTs and you got burnt, but the thought that you could pick so wrong that you would be on the side of Bitcoin, breakdancing, and things like that is absurd. It's just a collection of poor choices and they can't all be, it's like not random, right? He seems to be attracted to bad life choices.
Comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation...
I assume he knows what it's all about if this is his daughter.
I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood.
Oh.
She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video...
This 10-minute video has jump cuts? This is going to be a doozy.
So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least. The more I watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it. I do need to correct a few statements in the video. But first,
He's going to zoom in on the tweet and he's like, actually, I wasn't just qualifying for the Olympics of breakdancing. I won. Why is he talking like that? He wrote an entire script. He's reading it off a piece of paper right now.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually...
Oh, he's looking at her. Sorry. He set up the framing as if he's having a conversation with her. He's doing a TikTok duet.
My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
some more context is needed here. Needless to say, I will talk about this in a moment. All right, let's continue with the video.
Talk about it right now. Give me the context right now.
Amazing. That's Ben Hart. He's competing at a...
Bro's just watching the video. How is this going to be 10 minutes? He hasn't said anything besides I'll give you context later.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
That is not true. More on that in a minute.
No, not more on that in a minute. Address it now. What is the point of this? What is the point of this? Dude, he's not watching her. He's only watching the clips of him, and that's why he's smiling so big. Yeah, he just wants to look at himself.
He did give me this breakdancing merchandise, so that's him. He's on his
That is a nice shirt.
This is B-boy name.
Bro, that's not a nice shirt. That's not a nice shirt at all.
Happy birthday, ? And then like links to his
Dude, happy birthday ? Is so fucking funny.
breakdancing video.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, in many ways, I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter, Maddie. And we get along great. At least
What do you mean, of course? Of course means that we're supposed to agree with that.
I think we do.
He says we get along fine. At least I think we do. Sorry, I missed it.
And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context.
Okay.
First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce.
Why is he doing, his inflection is ending every sentence on up. Like he's talking about what you could win on Wheel of Fortune. I just don't get it. What media has he ingested that makes him think this is the most reasonable way to present this information?
Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment.
Where the fuck did this breakdancer get $2 million? Wait, what?
Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid...
The kid instead of Maddie is also, I think, shows how he feels about this.
In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video. But a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid. This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride.
I'm sorry, an easy walk or bike ride or drive from you. Are you saying that your 5-year-old kid should have walked a mile down the road to find you?
No abandonment, just a divorce. Was I at fault in the divorce? Yeah, I would say I was about 70% at fault. I own that. Maddie's mom and I were really not compatible in many ways. We were compatible in some ways, but not in other ways. Do I regret marrying Maddie's mom? No, absolutely not. If I had not married Maddie's mom, Maddie and her 3 siblings would not have been born. They would not have existed. The kids have turned out great.
What a weird argument.
Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood. Maddie's older sister, Tori, is a partner at a hedge fund on Wall Street.
If I was related to Maddie, I would not want this all spilling out. Can you imagine your Tory on Wall Street and it's like, hey, is your dad the breakdancer?
And she's getting rich.
This guy only cares about money.
Maddie's younger sister, Olivia, just graduated from college and is teaching English to first graders in Thailand.
Wow.
Her older brother, Peter, is
Imagine if it's like, her older brother, Peter, well, he killed himself.
getting a master's degree in psychology.
No,
I get
he's
along
good.
great with all my kids, including Maddie.
It would just match the way he's delivering all of this news.
At least I think I do. So the
And ending it with at least I think I do. This has the same, the inflection he has is Tucker Carlson. Are Democrats killing kids and drinking all of their blood? I don't know the answer, but I think so.
One other slight correction, which I hesitate to even bring up because I love the way...
Wait, if you close your eyes, this is actually Tucker Carlson. Holy shit.
I did not abandon the family for breakdancing. I have a career. I'm in the advertising business, built an ad agency. That's how I was able to afford to pay Maddie's mom $5 million. Maddie's mom and I separated in 2004 and divorced in 2005. I took up breakdancing entirely by accident in 2012 as a way to get in shape at the age of 54.
Oh, he didn't take up, wait, holy shit, am I on his side now? He didn't even take up breakdancing until 2012?
Now, some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance?
No one was going to ask that. Buddy, literally no one was going to ask that. Oh, no. What the fuck am I looking at?
Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
This is fucking crazy. This has to be satire, right? Wait, dude's actually kind of nice. For being in his 60s. The Bitcoin poster and the American flag. Oh
no. The main point is that it's never too late to start breakdancing.
That's not the main point. Oh! Why does he think it's all about breakdancing?
I'm now age 66. So there's really no excuse for anyone not to be breakdancing.
So the bottom line is this. At first, I really did not like Maddie's video at all. But I was biased by all the negative comments that I was greeted with at 6 a.m. in the morning in my social media feed. But the more I watch the video, the more I like it. And her video certainly is true from her perspective, even though a few details are off, no doubt because of what she heard from her mom. And I do think it's a great storyline that a 54-year-old dude left his family to pursue breakdancing, even if not quite true, factually. But perhaps it speaks to a bigger truth, a truth that is really truer than the actual facts of the matter.
That is literally a Tucker Carlson line. All of a sudden bending truth, and it's like, well, what does truth even matter? This is crazy.
But perhaps it speaks to a bigger truth, a truth that is really truer than the actual facts of the matter. This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old breakdancing dad. Also, as I scroll through the 12,000 comments on Maddie's video, I really like most of them. Some are hilarious. Here are a few I'll read at random.
Not at random. That is just lie. Do you think he's just going to read these at random? Pick one that's like, you're a fucking deadbeat. If I see you on the street, I'll kill you. He's not going to do that.
My mom abandoned me as a kid to join a Renaissance fair across the country. This is from Maria.
Never mind. He's reading them at random. I lied. He's just scrolling. Oh, that's even better. Oh, holy shit, dude.
In foster care mandated therapy, the therapist told me I had abandonment issues and then stopped showing up to the sessions. I never saw her again.
Oh.
This one's from Bravo. My mom died the week of Mother's Day, and my father died on Father's Day weekend. It's honestly so typical of both of them.
Why is he dedicated so many minutes to this?
I love you, Maddie. You are very creative and talented. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Bro, he's got the Bitcoin drip even out in public. That's crazy. I have to say that his response is maybe the most infuriating thing in the world to receive if you are Maddie. Like, let's say Maddie wasn't just trying to create like a viral tweet because she has this funny story, and she did massage it a little bit because he didn't leave them to become a breakdancing guy. He did that later, but it's still a really funny thing. If he like takes accountability, addresses your claims, and then just starts breakdancing 100 times, I would be literally, what is the meme where it's like they're actually mad, but they have the mask that makes them look happy? That's Maddie right now. She's got that fucking, meme. Does this not look like the caught emote? Hey, caught. You got me, Maddie. It sounds like Maddie manipulated the facts and this guy came clean with the facts. I mean, Maddie definitely manipulated the facts to make a funny story, which is like what writers and comedians do, right? But it's even funnier that like there's more to the story that could have made it better. It's like, Maddie, what are you talking about? Your dad is this psychopathic Bitcoin man who's also rich, maybe? What? Thank you, Elon. I'm a huge fan of you. Hashtag Tesla and hashtag Bitcoin are my 2 biggest investments. Oh, no. Oh, no. Maddie has a response that I also haven't seen. Let's see what Maddie's response was. Why do y'all feel comfortable coming online and trashing your family, especially lying about it? Ben seems like a cool guy. Do you just want to be included in a group of people with actual deadbeat dads?
I'm recording a quick response to all this. I'll probably delete this in the morning because like I don't actually have like bad will. I posted my video because it's a very funny story. It's very silly.
True.
I like to laugh at my trauma instead of like being super sad about it. But I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like,
Fair.
guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now.
I mean, the best part was the happy birthday, I think. Obviously, you don't have a great relationship with your children if you don't remember their birthday.
Like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like, if he did, it was only for a few months maybe. But actually, for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife.
He is such a Florida guy. Holy shit, he is such a Florida guy.
I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest parts of that childhood trauma. But obviously in real life, it was a lot more like complicated and traumatic, and it was really hard. He left us, immediately married another woman. We didn't hear from him for years. And then he would visit every few months and we'd go out to dinner, but like, he truly had no hand in raising us at all. We don't speak with any sort of regularity. He doesn't know when my birthday is. Like, as you guys saw in the video I posted, he got it wrong. He gave us
that
some
was
money
the big
growing
fact.
up. I honestly don't know the nitty gritty of the financial situation. I really, really don't. But I do know that several times I've asked him for financial help with medical expenses, like especially like in college, and he wouldn't help me. So that's what I was referring to in my video when I was like, he wouldn't pay some of my medical bills. I'll probably delete this in the morning, but I'm, 2 hard kombuchas in, and so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is this
Dude,
guy...
Hollywood's aspiring screenwriter being 2 hard kombuchas in as she stokes the flames on her TikTok drama that she started actually is like, some things just make me want to retire from content creation. And it's like, I'm not embarrassed with her. I'm not embarrassed with the dad. I'm embarrassed by myself.
Guy was a completely absent father. He's like, I was just a bike ride away from those kids. And it's like, not once did any of us ever take a bike ride to his house. I don't think I've ever been in his house.
Because you're a bad daughter.
It's obviously kind of hurtful and weird, but again, we don't really have a relationship. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have a huge effect on me. It's just kind of a bummer for my family. And we're all kind of looking at this and looking at his response. And we're just like, this is crazy. If this is actually his narrative, it's like delusional.
Oh, can I tell you my dream? My dream was she ended her video breakdancing. I feel like she's not content pilled. She had the right start, but she didn't stick the landing. Can you imagine if halfway through that sentence, it just...
Chicken